There was once a woman, wrapped in silence, whose days were soaked in sorrow and nights in endless tears. Her soul felt heavy, too heavy to carry. She wandered through life like a shadow, lost, invisible, forgotten, even to herself. Tears weren't just falling. They were her language. She cried until she forgot how to smile. But then, one morning, without warning, the sun broke through her window. Not just through glass, but through the thick, stubborn clouds in her soul. It didn't just shine. It called her. Something stirred, a spark, a whisper. Get up. And so she did, slowly, painfully, courageously. She stood up from her sadness, wiped her swollen eyes, and faced the world. She worked, not just a job, but on herself. She worked fight through pain, through fear, through doubt. She turned every scar into strength, every failure into fire. She became unstoppable. Time passed, and success found her. Not with a grand parade, but in the quiet pride of her own name, etched on the office door. She owned her life, and soon, her own home. A place where peace finally unpacked its bags. Then, just when she thought she had reached her peak, life surprised her again. Love came, not in a rush, but like a soft breeze that turned into a whirlwind. He looked at her not for who she had been, but for who she had become. He got down on one knee. She said yes, to him, to love, to forever. Together, they dreamed. They planned. And one day, a child arrived. Their home, once quiet and still, now danced with laughter, with late-night cuddles and early morning giggles. Every room was filled with warmth, not from the heater, but from the love they had created. Years passed like pages in a beloved book. They grew old, side by side, not in sadness, but in deep, tender joy. Wrinkles formed not from stress, but from decades of smiling. And, as they rocked on the porch, hand in hand, watching the sunset, she knew. She had lived. Really, truly lived. From the ashes of her despair, she had built a kingdom of peace. And that was the end of her story. Not with sorrow, but with fullness. A symphony of life, love,